Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today I would like to film a what is in my travel bag. So if you have seen my last video, I've traveled from Austria to New Zealand and the whole journey was about 30 hours, so quite a long journey. So it's 10 hours later and we finally arrived in Seoul. Oh my god, we made it. We arrived in Nelson. I thought it would be interesting for you to see what I had with me and also what was useful and what did I not need at all and kind of was useless in my bag and I carried for nothing. We have a little special guest here today. That's little Deans. She's so cuddly and she just would not leave me alone. I tried to put her outside the room and she was just meowing. She just wants to cuddle. So yeah, just ignore her. She's just running around here, kind of jumping around. Yes, come on, go to the side now. I need the space. Okay, so first and foremost, I had this travel bag here, which is from Samsonite. I'm normally not a big fan of handbags because I think they're uncomfortable on the shoulder, but that one specifically is a travel bag. So this one you don't have to wear on your shoulder. You have this part at the back here that you can slide on top of a carry-on suitcase. Super simple, you don't get any back pain or anything from carrying a heavy bag around. I really love that and I would definitely do this next time as well. So definitely recommend a proper travel bag. So before we start off with what's in it, I had this one here as well, which is a memory foam neck pillow. I would absolutely recommend you get one of these if you are on a long journey where you try to sleep. Okay, and then moving on to what is in my travel bag. So the most important thing before you even start packing and thinking about anything else is get your documents ready. Specifically if you fly to a country where you need a visa or any sorts of documents, get those ones ready and pack them away securely where you can access them really quickly. Moving on to other things. So obviously I have my phone with me, very important. And I not only downloaded a few Netflix shows on my phone, I also downloaded YouTube videos. You can do that when you have YouTube Prime or Premium, I think it's called. And you can have YouTube Premium for 1 month free, so 1 month free trial, which I did just for the flight, so I can download videos and then you can watch them offline. Super handy, so I had that. And then I also had my laptop with me. I just personally like carrying my laptop in general on short and long flights in my handbag. And again, I downloaded a few shows on here as well. And then obviously I had my headphones. I know I still have the ones with the cable. I don't have any Bluetooth ones, but one for my phone and one for my computer. And then also, which I don't have here right now, Nick has it in his bag, but we did buy at the airport as well a little adapter where you can put in 2 headphones at the same time into the computer, and then we could both watch a Netflix show at the same time. Super cool, definitely recommend. And it costs like, I don't know, I think like £5, €6, something like that. Next up I had a notebook and a pencil, or like a pen with me. This one I probably wouldn't pack again, it was a bit useless, but I thought maybe I have a grand idea that I want to write down while I'm in the plane. Wasn't really necessary, but if you do feel like you want to have something to write, then a notebook. Next up, a book. Again, I didn't really use it. I thought I'm gonna read a lot, you know, when you're like, oh, finally I'll be sitting on the plane and I have a lot of time and I'll finally read a little bit, and then you just don't end up reading anything and you just watch some Netflix shows and the rest of the time you snooze or sleep. So yeah, it was kind of useless. I would probably still take it with me next time because I'm optimistic that I will read, but yeah, this flight I just didn't come around to it. Next thing, definitely recommend this one, is a water bottle, a refillable water bottle, and I took it with me empty and I just refilled it after I went through the security. And I found that on the plane for a 10-hour flight, I think we got like 2 small cups of drinks and then like 1 very small water bottle. And if I didn't have this one with me, I don't think it would have been enough for me to drink. Face masks, we were still required to wear those ones on the flight. And then I got my hand sanitizer with me. I got some tissues as well. You never know, you might need them. If you are on a long flight, you will probably run into the issue, specifically when you watch a lot on your computer or if you play on your phone a lot, that you might run out of battery. What I brought was a portable charger where I could charge my phone. And then I also brought my phone charger and my laptop charger, which is just over there. I forgot to put it back into the bag. And then I also brought an adapter, because if you are flying on a long flight, it's likely that you stop somewhere and you do not know which plug you need, so it's always handy to have an adapter with you as well. Another thing I had with me, which I always find quite useful, is a little scarf. Not that little, it's actually quite big if you undo it. So you can use it as a small blanket if you would like to, or you can like scrunch it up and use it as a small pillow. So just having something in case you're getting cold. Wallet, also very good to have. Make sure, depending on where you go, your bank card is able to pay. Sometimes you have like a block. Some banks do that you can't pay in other countries, and you have to like unlock those or unblock those countries. So maybe give your bank a call before you travel to make sure everything's fine with paying. And then to probably the most interesting part, what is in those two little bags, which is my kind of like essentials bag. So starting off with what's in here, of course you don't have to put any makeup on or anything on a flight, but because we flew in the evening and I had makeup on during the day and I just didn't bother to take it off, I just took a little kind of like makeup remover with me. They're really handy. You can just put them under water and then they remove all of your makeup. I also took a little micellar water with me. I did have a little face wash with me as well, which I don't have anymore because it was like a one-use pack, so I threw it away already, but I had a little face wash as well. And then I had this face cream, which you can tell is nearly empty, but I thought I need to use it up anyway, so I had this one with me. And then I also have, and I find this quite helpful, a lip balm with me. There's kind of a very thick, heavy lip balm that sits on my lips. I find in long flights, your whole face dries out, or like your whole skin dries out. My nails after, or like the skin around my nails after those flights looked horrible. They were so dry. So basically I slathered on this lip butter on my lips before I went to sleep, so everything is kind of like moisturized and hydrated. Talking about hand cream, tiny little hand cream, I had that one as well. And then also, and I recommend this one as well, is a hydrating nose spray. So it doesn't do anything, there's no medicine in it as such, but it just keeps your nose moisturized, which might sound a bit weird, but if you are on a flight with very dry air for, I think we were on a plane for 23 hours in total, your nose can get very dry and uncomfortable. So every now and then I just sprayed that one in to keep it moist. Then I had a little antibacterial hand wipe with me. Again, that's the kind of thing that's just nice to have. Had a little hairbrush with me, also very important. And then obviously I had my toothbrush and my toothpaste with me as well. I wanted to show you this little bag because I actually really like this one. We got this one from the airline, so I think I might keep this for my next flight, which is a little toothbrush and a toothpaste. And they also put in those little slippers, and I found that genius, because what I normally do is as soon as I go on a flight, I take my shoes off, and I don't really want to walk around with the socks, specifically if I go to the bathroom. I don't know, I find it a bit grim. So it's quite handy to have those little slippers that you can just put on and then just walk around in the plane. And then I also had this little mouthwash with me, which I didn't use in the end, and I don't think it's necessary. We just had it at home and I thought I'll take it with me, but I didn't use it, I just brushed my teeth. And then for sleeping, I had this lovely sleeping mask here, which is a silk sleeping mask, and it's so comfortable. And then obviously I had my ear plugs as well. So these ones are Olympus ones. I'm not quite sure if you find them everywhere. It's a German brand, but they're really nice. They're ear wax. So you just put in your ears and you kind of like mold it around where you need it, and then you don't feel or hear anything, which is amazing. I really love them. And then this is a little thing that you definitely don't have to bring, but I have this, I don't even know how you would call it. It's called Tranquility Blend. So basically it is a very soothing scent. It's kind of like a calming scent, kind of like as you have the pillow sprays, for example. But I sometimes use it before I go to bed when I don't feel good. I just put it on my wrist or like on my neck here, and I have the smell and it kind of calms me down. So I thought that would be something nice to have on the plane because it reminds me of sleeping, of being calm. So not a necessity, but it was nice to have. Okay, so something else I had with me were a hair tie and a hair clip. I personally hate having my hair open on a flight. I just do a braid and then like get them out of my face. This one is not too comfortable to wear during the flight, because when you sit and you want to lean back, you have like a hair clip which can be uncomfortable. So I would definitely recommend doing your like a braid or something just to get your hair out of the face. And the final thing I have here is some medicine. So anything from when you feel sick, for example, you can take something if you get travel sick, or an aspirin, a paracetamol if you get a headache, just some like emergency tablets to have with you just in case. One thing I also had with me was something called Easy Sleep. So those are some sleeping tablets, which are definitely not a necessity for everyone. But yeah, that was everything in this little bag here. And I have to say, I nearly used everything I had in there. And then the last little bag here is a makeup bag, which again is really not a necessity. I actually think I did not use it in the end. No, I didn't. I took my makeup off and then I didn't use it in the end. I carried this around for nothing. But in case you do want to have a little makeup kit with you, I had a small little mirror, which if you want to see how you look after 20 hours of not sleeping, that's what you can see in here. I had like a little brow product, a concealer, a small little travel mascara, and some little makeup samples in here as well that I thought I might be able to put on. As I said, I didn't put it on. And yeah, that was everything that's in here. That was everything. There was everything in here. The only other thing that I had that is not in here anymore was a bit of food. So I did buy, I think some potato crisps, some crackers, some salamis, some rice waffles with chocolate on it. So I wanted to have a few sweet and a few savory snacks with me just in case. We did end up eating most of it, but I can definitely say I would not have needed it. I'm always very scared that I'm on a plane and I get hungry and there's nothing to eat. But on those long flights, you normally get something to eat anyway. So we got dinner and breakfast on a 10-hour flight and it was more than enough. I really didn't need anything else. We did actually bring some nuts as well, which when you fly to New Zealand, I didn't really think about it, but you are not allowed to import specific types of food. So again, check what food you are allowed to import. So for example, meat, dairy, nuts, all of those things were not allowed to be imported into New Zealand. We had to throw away any leftovers. We did eat up all of the meat stuff, but we didn't eat up the nuts, so we had to throw them away in the end, which was very annoying. I hate throwing food away. Actually, one last thing I forgot, because it's just in the washing, was compression socks. I had compression socks for the first time on a long flight and I can definitely recommend them. So compression socks are just socks that go up to your knee and they are really, really tight. And the point of them is when you fly for a very long time, you are prone, or like the risk is heightened for you to get thrombosis. And I got mine at a special shop in my hometown, but you can also get them. I saw them at the airport. You can buy it at the airport. I think you can buy them in like some drugstores as well sometimes. And yeah, otherwise in terms of what you wear, if you don't want to have any compression socks, bring some thick socks with you, because again it can get quite cold. I wore some really comfortable loose pants as well, long ones. Again, I would recommend you wear long trousers. And then I had a t-shirt on and then a cardigan on top. So I personally like to layer up a lot on a plane because the temperature can vary very quick. Like sometimes to heat up the plane, it gets really hot and you just want to take everything off, and then like half an hour later it gets freezing cold and you want to put everything back on. So I try to dress a bit like an onion, where I can like take layers off and put them back on if needed. So that's definitely also quite good to do. So enjoy your journey, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!